So what's next for yourself and Sing Again Siren? What are
Well,
your
we're
plans?
just looking forward to getting back and playing
Mm,
together again.
yeah.
It's been ages. We have only seen each other about once in the past year. We played in the sort of brief lapse that there was in lockdown. We played a socially distanced gig, which was really great. But we don't live terribly close to each other anymore. Layla lives in Leeds now, and Hattie's sort of
Right.
way out, more Darlington way.
All right.
So we haven't been able to even get together really with the social distancing thing. So we have a few rescheduled festivals from this year that have now been moved to next year,
Sure.
which hopefully we'll finally be able to get to play.
Brilliant.
But yeah, looking and also hoping to work on, some new material, obviously, as soon as
Yeah.
we're back together.
And what are those festivals? What are they? So people check you
So
out.
yeah, a couple of Newcastle ones. This is Tomorrow Festival, which should be really cool. I don't know if the lineup's going to change, but it's supposed to be Royal Blood as the headliners on the day we're involved in, which is incredible. I'm a big Royal Blood fan. Some really cool stuff. Hit the North as well. So yeah, some bits and pieces kind of around the town. And then also we're really just hoping to, get out into the UK a bit more. We played a few shows in Edinburgh, and I love the Edinburgh audience. They're always they're really great in Edinburgh, really good audiences. So yeah, just getting out a bit more. And then sort of for myself personally, started writing with another friend as well, to maybe look at doing some more, I don't know how to put it, more folk rocky type stuff.
Right.
And
Well, that's interesting because I heard somebody once say to me that they described Led Zeppelin as folk music on steroids.
yeah, and I think I've had so much over the past couple of years. I've had so much more folk influence from most of my friends are traditional musicians. I don't know really how that happened. It just did. And I live with a traditional Irish accordion player.
Wow.
So I've been around a lot of trad for a long time now, and I've always loved it because when you're Scottish, you do grow up with traditional music around you. I think it's quite in Scotland, it's like more of a part of your childhood maybe than like
It's almost like it's me saying it, but I've worked in Scotland quite a lot, and I've worked in Ireland quite a lot, and it seems almost very much connected to the roots and soul of the community.
Yeah, you definitely, like, you grow up singing traditional songs and having ceilidhs and things like that. So I've always sort of been around it, but now I'm around it more, and I have friends that have introduced me to sort of Norse music and English folk even, and all these, and Cumbrian ballads and all these different things. So it's been really really nice having those influences because there's so many interesting modal textures and folk, and so that's sort of been in my mind a bit more recently as well.
Well, I'd heard, and I don't. Somebody will correct me if I'm wrong, but the bagpipes are actually originated from the Newcastle area, the northeast.
I believe the bagpipes originated in like Greece or something, didn't they originally?
Right.
Don't really know
Right.
transitive properties of music, I suppose. The Northumbrian pipes, though, were quite a different beast to the Highland pipes. I don't know. I hadn't heard much Northumbrian piping until, because I'd never really heard those at home. I came down here and I was like, oh, that's not quite as eardrum shattering. Love the pipes though, love it. Yeah, it's been really nice getting to know a bit more about folk music, and I think, I was saying about classic rock before, is actually sort of an amalgamation of all these other genres and how they sort of came out. And folk's always been really in it, like Fairport Convention definitely fit into that world, and I love them a lot.
Your dad's educated you well on music. Thank you, Dad.
Thanks, Chris. Yeah.
And lastly, what music are you listening to today? Have you seen any new artists or bands that are catching your eye? Or
I'm on this isn't like anything new, but I've been on a massive Rammstein kick at the moment. Don't really know why. Yeah, I've been on a bit of a German music kick. I love a bit of German metal, German folk metal. That's fun. Yeah, on a bit of a German kick, a bit of a German techno kick too. When I said I'll listen to anything, I mean really. So yeah, I have like my Rammstein record out right now. What else? I've been listening to, and yeah, on the folk side of things too, listening to a lot of like Juggle Nifty. They're great. Acid Croft is what I think they term the genre. It's like electronic music and traditional fiddle playing as well, which is really cool.
It's interesting how different musics in countries or music differs. My girlfriend's Dutch, and sort of when you go over there in the Netherlands, the music is very different. You know, the techno sort of thing is still, you see it on the TV, you hear it on the radio still. But they also, in the Netherlands, they also love classic rock.
Yeah, I think, well, I mean, the great band Focus are Dutch, I believe. They're wild. But yeah, I think I really enjoy like listening to sort of every country's traditional music. Because what's really cool is that almost everywhere they have their traditional music, and then they have heavy metal that involves that traditional music. Like, you name any country, they have metal. Like you get like Aztec metal, that's really cool. And like Norse metal, everything. So I really like things like that. And also you tend to get like techno influenced by folk, because I don't mind a bit of electronic music. It's cool. I like it. Yeah, and I've also, it's just one of my favorite records anyway, but Land of Gold by Anushka Shankar I've had on. Just her work in general, I really love Anushka Shankar. Managed to see her live a few years ago, and it was incredible. It was great. So yeah.
And you mentioned Maiden earlier on.
Yes.
What's your favorite Maiden song?
There is a question. Dance of Death, probably. I think. Yeah. I like it all. I love Maiden. They're one of the bands I've seen like the most times. It's between them and I think maybe Alice Cooper or something. I've seen him a ton of times because he's just so fun live, right? It's just such a fun show. But yeah, probably I'd say Dance of Death is like my favorite Maiden record.
Can I Play With Madness is my favorite. I'll just love that song.
That's a good one.
Sometimes cheekily I will, my partner will testify. She'll say, well, can you put some music on in the conservatory? Something nice and relaxing. So it's like, okay, Can I Play With Madness? And
yeah. Oh no, I absolutely love Maiden, and they're so interesting. I mean, 3 lead guitar players. Who else could do that? No one. You know.
Yeah. Superb. Look, thank you so much. I've really enjoyed our chat. Get to know about you and your music. I think you'll be one to watch in the future. I think you. I think you'll have all sorts of offers coming up, and I think this Sing Again, Syren is going to be destined for success. I really do.
Thank you very much.
So keep on with it. And sometimes, and you mentioned earlier about, sometimes you have to do things for yourself, and yeah, you do. You absolutely do. Sometimes you have to be big and bold and go for it. And so you keep doing that, and it'll pay off. So
thank you very much. Yeah, it's really cool to have a chat about guitars.
Yeah, you have a lovely week.
You too.